Rix Chalawan re sware tsela le tsogile apel na le mpotse selo ya bjalo raswa le gatile legale le bjalo raswa ha dira bjalo baswa le nyile bafan ba diphako raban ya bjalo raswa le gatile legale le bjalo raswa ha dira bjalo baswa le nyile bafan ba diphako raban le tsošitše le po minato basadi ba iphomola meyo ka segata sa nkga gape monno ke selepe ba rema ke thoma go dinyaka furupele fela mmuri a ke kwane kudu le mafela o bona ka maburu ge ba tsena dimpya di hema ka dika le diema o stela bete ka sion lebelela o tšhabang ka ruto o se golela nema tsena ka koloi ge ba rera ba re botse ka manako ke baloi le bagwela ke fetša ka sebele go lla motho o tsebe ke selemo sa basotho o fetlela le pitša e legolo setšhabe go ba botse le segope go tšwa mollo ya bjalo raswana le gatile legale le bjalo raswa ha dira bjalo baswa le nyile bafan ba diphako rapan ya bjalo raswana le gatile legale le bjalo raswa ha dira bjalo baswa le nyile bafan ba diphako rapan ba magwenta go buša fela banna ba leboa le bana ba bobedi ba leborwa
Welcome to it. Level Up Battle League presents the Snakes and Ladders. This battle was supposed to happen at the last event, but it didn't. Now we're at the secret location. Let's go. So right now, two rappers clashing, writers. I'm just gonna let them speak.
Shout out to Kenny Paws. You know, our sponsor for the venue. Shout out.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Shout out to Kenny Paws.
Make some noise, yo.
Yeah.
Rap on my left. Introduce yourself.
Raw Artifact, Rockets MX, Deep Planet, 2499, all that shit. Welcome.
Go. Yeah.
Do this. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, it's a provincial. Oh, yeah. We're doing this thing. Yeah. We're doing a coin toss right now.
JP.
Alright, we'll call it.
Which one is what?
Tails, heads.
Give me head.
Tails.
You won like
He won the coin toss, so Double G is going first. Let's go, my man.
Let's get a sip of water first.
Hey yo,
Yo.
it's Raw Artifacts versus Double G. They got two crazy niggas clashing. So hold on to your seats, cause it's about to be a crazy interaction. And I've been hungry for this, so Raw, please don't expect me to show you any compassion. Boy, I'm a special breed, a killer with no mercy. And the way I keep killing MCs is mad fire. I make Prosper, Daddy, Android legend bleed. Now Raw, who I gotta get blood from next? I've been cast in the role of a vampire. Got bystanders looking on, gripped with intrigue as they wonder which method I'ma use to kill you. Well, to clarify, I'm either gonna be breaking down penmanship or I'm gonna be attacking character like Yoshimitsu. But for this round, no need to wonder which method I'm apply, cause I'm gonna be using your own history against you. Now, after I heard your memorable round versus Jigsaw, I immediately knew your career was gonna start heading in the wrong direction. Cause you no longer have time to battle MCs, cause you'd be too busy battling depression. And I find it weird that you were able to sit and memorize that suicide round in your head, but when it came time to engage in the act, you couldn't commit suicide by putting a round in your head. Now speaking of scrambles, Janai did your whole class dirty, but the way your generation speaks of him is totally shameless. Cause y'all still speak about him with adoration, even though the manner in which he treated y'all was totally heinous. He deleted y'all's whole catalog, yet your era still keeps him relevant and says his league was the greatest. Reminds me of Eminem, cause Janai used that situation to prove he was shady. Now in the aftermath, you're working to make the white boy famous. But I'ma keep it a buck. Scrambles gave us a few niggas who turned into legends. Nigga, no debate. But unfortunately for you, Raw, it didn't quite work out that way. Cause in this moment, your peers from Scrambles like Don and Height are considered amongst the greats. But you, on the other hand, your name, small scale, it don't hold a lot of weight. Side note, I told my nigga I'd make it through this encounter without a scratch. Once this match is done, I won't even have a bruise, bro. Raw won't damage my pride. In fact, on my return trip to Wombats, my confidence will still be through the roof when I journey back home. On my return trip to Wombats, my ego gonna be big driving back, hypnotized video. Now, once upon a time, you quit battle rap, and for that reason, I gotta ensure you get bodied. In sports terms, I gotta get you iced for skating. You wanna play a game of hockey? And truthfully, I didn't accept this because I respect you. Only reason I took this was so I could call you a bitch to your face. Yeah. See, I wanted to call you a missing person. And for having the audacity... Whoa! And for having the audacity to think you my equal, I gotta make you disappear. I gotta turn you into a missing person. Now, after this duel with me, leagues are gonna start offering you battles that are heavenly, fam. See, this battle with me go open doors for a bitch. Well, I was raised to be a gentleman. Raw uncut from the finest cloth. The way I utilize the pen is simply amazing. And since you're just making your comeback, it's surprising that I'm the one you step up to like Channing Tatum. And that's time.
Make some noise, though. That was round one of Double G. Let's hear you, Raw. Yo.
I said, your mom's pussy smells like carabao. Your mom's a hoe that really fucked around and gave it up to a foreign nigga for you to come about. I bet she wishes she'd never allowed him to remove that rubber now, cause that nigga left her pussy smelling like carabao. I said, your mom's pussy smells like carabao. See, your mom's fucked around, it's true, with someone from out of town, and she was profoundly moved, not knowing he wouldn't be around when you popped out the cooch. He went back across the border, fearing for his life if anyone ever found out the truth. He was a farm worker, involved in the production of large amounts of fruit, but now we know the soil ain't the only thing he was plowing through. And that's why your mom's pussy has that carabao stench around as proof to affirm that there's something fishy about your roots. Let's go! See, your mom never recovered from the fact of him fleeing. He just didn't seem like the type to smash it and leave. And you can't really blame him for that bad character read. I mean, he was a farm worker, the last person you'd expect to abandon his seed.
Yo,
let's go! Let's go! Let's be here, folks! But see, G doesn't approve of the scheme of rhyming. About his foreign heritage, he prefers to keep it quiet. But you know what's ironic? That even in foreign, the G is silent. Let's go! Let's go! That's what we're here for. That even in foreign, the G is silent. When people were saying double G30, that was really pissing me off. Because everything you're spitting is soft, below par when the competition is on, so your only chance of winning is golf. See, why the fuck y'all eat worms, my nigga? See, the only time I ever had an interest in worms was the only time I ever had an interest in anything worm-like was caterpillars, when I was taking them to school to observe them and learn from the notes I was making as they grew, from the shape of the cocoon to the wings they had gained and other changes as they flew. But when you put them in a box, and when your mom saw you put them in a box for the same thing at your school, it's an understatement to say that she refused and slapped the shit out you for playing with your food. Let's go, nigga. Talk to that nigga. So you can talk about how you're fully strapped, cooking cats, or how you think you're really good with rats. I'm still stuck on how your diet is the same as the boogeyman's. It's fascinating. It's fascinating. He doesn't even like hanging with nerd folk until they start mentioning wormholes. Taking him back to the time they were rationing worm balls. So let's go! Don't even try to deny it. We all know you're lying if you did, son. Trust me, you can't worm your way out of this one. I'm still killing you. You see, when I went on his Facebook and saw him clutching the heat, I was like, damn, he's definitely way more gutted than me. So let's just keep it wrapped. I ain't got stripes as a thug on the streets. And don't address him as G. This motherfucker ain't just gangster, he is double the G. And back home, he's running the scene, pumping drugs into every club he can reach. Well, that's at least what I thought, until he had a discussion with me. I wanted to learn a bit about the business, so I asked him if he sold this shit pure or stepped on like every drug at my feet. Gandhi, this fraud was thinking locksmiths because I mentioned the cutting of keys. Yo, see, I knew you were a fake G as soon as I saw that awful gat pic. You're nothing but a poser with a piece you'd never have the balls to blast with. So all those gun bars you spit show you've mastered the art of acting. Cause a real G is like black coffee, never pose showing off an arm they strapped to it.
Hey yo, make some noise!
So disappointed because I really thought your name grew into, you became, sorry, I'm trying to freestyle. Let me drop that. Anyway, let me start the round. Now amid your rounds, I don't want to hear you sound all thug, raw, because criminal activities are something you do not do. You do not commit murders, you do not commit robberies, and petty theft, you do not engage in that too. And let me bring that back.
Let's go. Let's go.
Amid your rounds, I want to hear you sound all thug, raw, because criminal activities are something you do not do. You do not commit murders, you do not commit robberies, and petty theft, you do not engage in that too. In fact, if I see cops chasing a nigga who's wearing a mask, I most definitely know it's not you. You are a law-abiding citizen, raw. If I hear people say there's 5-0 on this nigga back, I'll know he got a replica of that Curtis Jackson tattoo. Boy, my pen one of the nicest. So if Raw says I have no skill, then clearly he's high on massive amounts of cocaine. Think the former members of G Unit, cause he on that yayo if he banks on me being a young buck with no game.
Let's go!
Now Raw,
Let's go!
Now Raw's a second-rate lyricist, so the fact that y'all rate him highly truly bothers me. See, I researched him, so I can't understand how y'all say this nigga I studied rocks. That's a degree in geology. Boy, it's levels to this shit, and as far as lyricists go, I'm in that god tier class. Yet you think you gonna beat me? Raw, don't be ludicrous. We already got Chris Bridges for that. Boy, I'm one of battle rap's top guns. Beating me is mission impossible. So there's Jack this Reacher can do to me. Wait, Top Gun, Mission Impossible, Jack Reacher? That line should show you how I was able to cruise onto the scene. Now if you wanna question my Now if you're gonna question my mentality, then those that know me are gonna stare at you crazily. Cause I'm a hustler of note. I'm a nigga making moves so my life can play out favorably. Immaculate work rate from sun up till sundown, I'll be grinding majorly. And that's just how I was raised. Since a kid, I was bred to make money. Raw, you ever worked in a bakery? Now, after Raw announced his return, his Scrambles compatriots immediately started hyping him. They started speaking about him as if he was skilled. They did their utmost to make him seem frightening. And amidst their pandering, all Raw did was suck up the gas like he was petrol siphoning. Now, side note, Raw, let's make a bet. Promise that if I beat you, you're gonna retire from this art. And please, don't think I'm joking, because similar to a vampire hunter, I want you to take these stakes to heart. And let's be clear, you're not elite, and I actually got evidence to support that assertion. Because if you truly were elite, then over the years, seeing you on screen would have been a regular occurrence. Raw, with the pen, if you truly were a wizard, then you would have been on Camelot. That's Merlin. Boy, my... Boy, my pen an instrument of destruction. So truthfully, there's no way he's surviving these shots. It's a certain casket. For him, revival or resurrection won't be an option after this onslaught. See, after I kill him, he gon' stay dead. Rest in peace to the sucker-free boss. Now, I ain't to blame for this. Nova's the one y'all should hold responsible for Raw getting bludgeoned. Cause Nova's the one who called me. And isn't it ironic Nova doesn't know Naruto, but it was by his hand that an animal got summoned? Now, if Raw tries to get physical, that will just enable me to display Now, if Raw tries to get physical, that will just enable me to display the master tactician that I am. Cause soon as he make a move, I'll have him knocked out without lifting a hand. A general, and I got soldiers with me who'll happily do it, will happily knock him out soon as I issue the command. So should a fight ensue, I won't hit him myself. I'll just make my company smack down Raw like Vince McMahon.
Let's go! Yeah, man! Make some good!
Got a fan. Let's go. Got a fan.
Hey, man!
Yo. See, the last time out, I was watching Static War with Stars, a fight that could have gone either way like an open plot. The reason that I'm here putting on a show for y'all, in fact, that night reminds me of how folks of old used to navigate their boats across the globe from far, as that display of stars against black illuminated my position and therefore showed the path. So since the stars have aligned towards your death, just know that it's Nova's fault. He told me Double G's ill, and about between us would be dope to watch. That was a lie, Nova. This faggot's got mediocre bars. Really thought you could beat me, didn't you? What a hopeless thought. Brought this death on yourself like an OD. It's smoke you wanted, so it's smoke you got. Yo, it's smoke you wanted, so it's smoke you got. See, the idea of battling you was honestly not too compelling. We don't need 3 rounds for you to lose to the truth I'm telling. I could choke in one and still pull through with a W that could be ruled impressive. Cause all it takes is 2 rounds to take Double G apart like Google spelling.
Let's go.
See, I'm not one of the weaklings. I'm not one of the weaklings that you're known to heckle. I'm a different breed. What I do with flows is special. But you being considered top tier on its own is dreadful. Bottom tier is where you belong. So, bottom tier is where you belong. So, settle. Cause even in elevators, G is often the lowest level. Yo, see, I find it ironic how you criticize other rappers for what they're lacking when rhyming, when you're so comfortable using trash material and even have a pile stash for recycling. You're a hypocrite, and that's a fact you can't dispute with all those ass raps you're reciting. But I pay attention to detail with every bar I craft to capture their minds with, so you can understand why I ain't impressed with double standard of writing. Yo, see, these new era cats are battling a lot more. And on the surface, it seems like they're achieving a lot. Some of y'all might even think it's good for the culture, but really it's not. The output increases as the quality repeatedly drops. The output increases as the quality repeatedly drops. But see, I'm here to put that shit to a stop. From now on, I'm playing Tetris with my bars as building blocks to stopping these squares from reaching the top. Yo, you said, if he calls me a street vendor, it fits since I'm putting this food on the market. Nah, that's not fire. Bro, I'm sure there's better shit you could think of. You spent weeks reciting that, and nothing struck you as a bit off. My nigga, you really didn't even have to think hard. Look, you're a street vendor, putting food on the market. In other words, literally selling fruit. I get that. That's the safe bit. Lame still, but I mean, no strange shit. But what's the other meaning to it? Are you a gay pimp? Putting fruits on the market, nigga? Look, man, I ain't knocking your hustle. For all I know, you got yourself a sweet business. So to help with the marketing, I had this neat vision. Hold on, before you shoot it down, just give it a brief listen. Picture this, posters, with your obscene image, and underneath written, you can't spell faggot without putting the double G in it.
That was fire, man. Last round, round 3, Double G. Let's go, my man.
Now for this, I meticulously readied myself. I genuinely even considered which direction I should take as an author. At times I found myself wondering, are the fans gonna vibe with a laid-back approach, or will attack and rock this a night at the Oscars? Now Raw is both a nerd and a geek. Hence, gun bars and such have never really been a part of how Sun reps. So if he talks about pulling a piece out, we'd all be suspicious if Raw did that. Think police sketch artist, because the moment he says he's drawing, it'll be suspect. And I always thought you were trash, Raw. So when you originally retired, I celebrated like white people at Mardi Gras. Think varsity student, because when you said it was pens down, I partied hard. And I've been wondering, Raw, during your self-imposed hiatus to keep busy, what is it you were doing? Were you on the path of a scholar? Were you busy with your studies and schooling? Were you a hustling man, making moves so you could be spared from financial ruin? Or did you become a Christian? Were you religious artifacts like the Shroud of Turin? Now, Raw's supposed to be top tier, so when he was trolling me, I was disappointed with the predictability of everything he said. Guess being imaginative ain't his strong suit, but when he readied himself for this, I hope the limitations on his creativity were momentarily shared. While aligning thoughts and crafting lyrics, I hope he was able to construct one good idea with his pencils laid. Amid his brainstorming, I hope the light bulb in his mind went on at least once as he steadily prepared. During his brainstorming, I hope he emulated the Avenger vision and got a jewel in his head. Matter of fact, I hope bright ideas kept coming to him. Overall, I hope inspiration took hold. Might be his opponent, but I hope he came into this match having activated beast mode. Here I want us to have a classic. So like a jewelry maker, I need raw material to be pure gold. Now in the past, leaks did their utmost to make Raw a star. They even gave him matches on which they thought he was capable of capitalizing. But all their efforts proved to be in vain when it was discovered 3 rounds are something he not capable of memorizing. Continuous memory lapses while on stage have proven Raw is not skilled as a performer. So considering his many fuck-ups, I'm surprised that Level Up is hosting Raw like Jerry Lawler. Now side note, Raw, if you consider the name of my hometown, you'll realize it's only one reason the league wanted me in the venue, and it's really mean. See, they wanted you to get washed, so they brought wombats to the building so you can get body clean. Bar for bar, you're not my equal. It was far-fetched for them to think you could match my savagery. Do y'all believe in a parallel universe? Yeah. Well, he couldn't even beat me in that reality. I'm a beast, a monster. I take this battle rap shit to the extreme. So Raw, you should have picked someone else if your intention was to get your name redeemed. And that's time.
Snakes and letters, round 3, Raw. Do this, man.
Hey, yo, you say they gave him a mountain to climb, and Viker's not the hiking sort. Then you repeated the bar in a whole nother battle with no chill. But see, I actually laugh at the fact that you think you were so ill when repeating average bars just proves you got no skill. So my rounds will flatten you out like your roadkill. Fuck hiking. All it takes is one step to trample your whole shit. After all, that mountain is merely a molehill. Yo, you've got delusions of grandeur thinking you have the mightiest pen game. Your attention to detail comes second to mine when I pen flames. I write ideas and mind maps on either side of a blank page, filtering into a final draft as I remove lines I don't consider fire and then place schemes in optimal order to ensure I kill this guy in the best way. So you see, I really plan for a body like I'm writing an essay. You think too highly of yourself, so I'm here to burst your lofty bubble. Yo, you think too highly of yourself, so I'm here to burst your lofty bubble. And everyone that thought you could beat me will surely be strongly humbled, cause they fail to see the bigger picture like they struggle with solving puzzles. Nigga, I'll turn this whole shit into a movie set when I body double. Come on now. Yo, getting paid to kill you is such a boring job. A waste of time and the paper I was brainstorming on. I could have done this in a cipher for free. Put your corpse in a hole to rot. In other words, I could have taken money out on the house like a mortgage bond. Yo, this ain't Limpopo, dog. You're in Joburg, fam. A concrete jungle with beasts that roam this land. Oh my God, that will kill you for having no phone or cash. No valuables for them to hold or be sold for rands. If you have no offering, then you're the offering. You'll finally be treated like a goat at last. So don't get out of hand or you get shot and stabbed by niggas that work in the shadows like the Nara clan. Come on, guys. Talk to that
Right?
That's wrong.
That's wrong.
Yo, Doug, you didn't show up for the last event. Why? See, this is not even about me, Nova, or the fans, nor the cash that you were paid to show and rap, nor the talk of you killing me that now we know is cap, and nor the balls that we know you lack. It's about the culture that y'all claim to have kept alive more than older cats. Yo, it's about you posting, professing your love and posting that. When you really love the culture, you don't do that. You come outside and start showing that.
Right?